So let's start with part C of this lesson.
So what I'm trying to do here is that I want to make this back of my sofa. So I will just quickly do that. I will take my polygon here, okay, and go to my orthographic top viewport, okay, and I can make something like here. Okay, I cannot see that because actually it is basically let me do this, okay, because the references are coming on the way, so I have to go to the shading mode and I have to turn on the X-ray mode. Now I will be able to view that. I will take my cube and then I will draw here and basically this big, okay, and I will give it a little bit height. I cannot see that, but approximately this much I will give it the height. Now I can go back to my perspective viewport and you can see that I have this height. Let me turn off my X-ray. So here is my back side of the sofa, but it's too short, so I can go keep it first here, then I can go to my attribute and I can give it a height so it matches something like this, okay. Now what I need is that from the back side, I think it's too much, so let me move this somewhere here, and now I can give it something like 6.5. No, 6.5. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, still it's not matching, but it's okay because it's have to be moved a little bit here. Okay, so to clearly work on it, I have to go back to my orthographic side viewport, okay, and then I have to turn on my X-ray here. I can right click, go to vertices, take these vertices, move them a little bit here, take these vertices, move them here. Now it is fine, okay, and now I can go back to my orthographic front viewport. Okay, front viewport, this is fine, okay, and a little bit here I can move it out this way. Okay, now what I can do is that I can go back to my perspective viewport and then shading and X-ray off. Now it's quite fine. One more thing you can do is that you can add the edge loop to fix this part, okay, so which you can do with the edit tool, edit mesh. Sorry, you can go to the mesh tool, insert edge loop, you can add one here, okay, and maybe we can add one more here, and then we can go to moving tool, right click on it, vertices. I can select these vertices here, move it somewhere here, okay, then let me turn on the X-ray mode here, or the best way to do is that go to the orthographic front, okay, then turn on the X-ray and you can do that, okay. Now I need more, so you can see that I'm not adding the mesh or the edge loop at the first place. I'm adjusting, and whenever I need it, then I add it. So now I need it, so now I will go to mesh tool and insert. So I'm not right away adding that. So I will make one here, and I will make one here, and then I will do the right click and go to the vertices, and then right click, go to the vertex, select this. Okay, I'll have to take my moving tool. Now I have to go to vertex, then add here this one. I have to select all these, and notice that I'm not clicking one time, I'm just making a marquee selection so that the one which is behind are also selected. Okay, so insert edge loop one, I will add it here, and then I will press W on my keyboard to go back to my moving tool, then vertex, select the vertex here, and then move it around. Now I need one more here, so edge loop, I will create one here. Okay, then W and vertex. Okay, so this is how it will work. So now I can move it a little bit slightly down here, or instead of moving it down because it can ruin my model basically. So what I can do clearly is that I can move this one here, move this one here. I can add one last one. Hopefully this will be the last one. So I can click here, press W to move it, go to vertex, and then yep, this is fine. So basically this is how you can do that. And also if you want, you can insert edge loops, okay, on here. If you want to create some depth, bring it in the front area, something like that. So for that purpose you can do that, but I don't want it. Okay, so I can go shading, turn off my X-ray, and then I can go my perspective viewport, and you can see that it looks quite good. And you can see it's kind of little puffy here. So what I can do here is that I can go to faces. I can select, oops, I'm still in the moving in the edge loop, so I have to press W on my keyboard. Now I have to go to faces. Now I can select all these faces. So let me zoom in. Okay, so Control B, so I can get a like bevel option. I can bevel it, fraction. Okay, but you have to be a little bit careful, because if I will do too much fraction, so you can see that there is a black line over here, black polygon here. That means I'm increasing it more than it can handle. So you have to be careful with that. So I will not do it a lot. Okay, I can add little bit segments here. Okay, and then that's all. That's fine. And what else I can do is that I can take my moving tool, select these vertices, sorry, these faces, and maybe I can move these faces a little bit outwards, just like this. Okay, and I can take my scaling tool, little bit scale it down. Okay, or you know what, leave it in this way. So this is how you can do that, or without. I think it's better without the, like, you know, whatever you call it, is the, like, the puffiness. Okay, so so this is how one way you can do the puffiness. But the other way, which I really recommend, is through adding the edge loop. Like, you can select, you can make one edge here, just like this. Press W, so you will be outside the edge loop and you will be in the moving tool. Then I can double click on, with the shift key, I can double click on this edge. So both this edge loop is selected and this edge loop is selected. Okay, and you can move and make it puffy like this, but the backside will move also. So let's do one thing. We can select only these. And these. And just move it outward. So you can see that it's kind of more getting like puffy. So this much is enough, okay, for this side. Okay, now what I want is that I don't want these, so I have to deselect them. To deselect them, you have to press control on your keyboard, and you can make a marquee selection. So whatever is inside the marquee selection with the control, it will be deselected. Now this one is already only selected, so I can move it like this, and then I can go to my vertices and I can move these vertices a little bit backward. Okay, and this one a little bit back too. So now from the top you can see it's kind of look pretty much good. You can add one more here and an edge loop. Okay, so I can go here, make another edge loop here, and I can press W on my keyboard, right click, edge mode, and then I can select only these front edges. And I will try to bring it a little bit outward, not too much. So you can see it is making a slight curve here. So it's like, looks more puffy here. So this is how you can make, I can press W, I can go back to my object mode. So this is how you can make it. Don't worry about this, because if you apply any smooth modifier, this will be fixed later on, or it can act like it's a crease on your sofa or something. Okay, this is how you can make it. Same thing you can do here. Like suppose if I will, if I want this to be a little bit smoother, so what I can do is that I can, but not now, later on we can do that, but keep it as it is right now. Okay. So now what we can do is that if you, I'll go back to my channels here, and I will make hide my references. So if you remember in the last class, we made a symmetry with the mirror on both sides. So I will do the same thing here. So I will do the mirror, but to do the mirror, you don't want these faces, okay? Because when you do the mirror, you don't want like the joint part to have faces. The faces have to be removed. It have to be hollow, okay? So if you're doing a mirror, or you're doing any kind of joint or combination, or you can say you're combining two objects, merging two objects, so between them there should be no faces, otherwise it will not work. It should be hollow. So what I will do is here is that I will right click, go to faces, select all these faces here, and I will press delete on my keyboard, so it will become hollow. If you will see that it's hollow now. So now again I will right click, go back to object mode, then I can go, if you remember, in the last class we went to the mesh, and then we applied the mirror. So we will do the same thing. So I will apply the mirror. I will not change anything, just apply the mirror. Okay. But you will notice that the mirror is quite not right. The reason is that because my center point is basically over here. It's not here. So what I need to do is that, if you will notice that it is here, my like my pivot. So it is mirroring from my pivot. So I have to move my pivot here. So what I need to do is that I have to turn on my snap. If you remember, we worked on the snap. So I have to turn on my snap to points. Then I have to press D on my keyboard. If you remember, D for door. So I can turn on the D, and then I can move them and move to this point basically. Okay, so now you can notice that it is here. Now I can turn off I can press D again, so I will be outside this mode, and I can turn off this. Okay, so now if I will go to the mesh, okay, and I will do the mirror, so this is from where I want the mirror to be. So the pivot basically is very important when you're doing the mirror. Okay, so now you can see that perfectly. It is mirrored and it is joined already. So these are the settings. If you want to play with this, like the settings, I already told you about these settings in the last class, so we don't have to worry more about it. So it's automatically joined. Okay. Now, what if your objects are not same as the both sides? Like if you want to combine or join a head to the character's body, and both are different. Head is different, body is different, so you cannot do mirror. So how you can join or combine or merge two objects which are not same? Okay, so let's do the same thing with this back. However, the back is same, but just for example, I'm just showing you if you want to do a manually. Suppose if both sides are not same, so how to do manually. So suppose like this side of the back seat and this side of the back seat are not same. So just we are pretending, we are not doing the like real example that's here. So first of all, what we need to do is that we have to go right click here, we have to go to faces, you have to select all these faces here. Okay, and then I have to, one thing you can do is that if I select this face and I will double click on this face, so whatever the faces are in between will be selected. Okay, so I don't have to click here then go here select all. So you have to select the first and double click on the last. So whatever is in between the first and the last will be selected. Then you can press the delete button and you will have this. Okay, So this is how you will get this. Now I will go back to my object mode. So I have to duplicate this one. So I have to go to edit and duplicate, or Control D. So if you do that, you can take the moving button, so you can press W on your keyboard, you can see that, but I want it to flip so that it goes in this, like in this direction. So what I can do is that, if you will see that, taking R, scaling, if I scale it in this way, you can see that it is like rotating. Okay, so what I can do, I can go in the X here and type here -1, and you can see that it's been rotated. Okay, so now we can move it. Press W key on your keyboard or this moving tool, and then we can move it here. Okay, and don't worry about this if it has become black, we can fix that easily. So don't worry about the black, we can fix it easily. It's just let's move it, okay, in this direction. Now to fix it, what you can do is that if you will go back to the object, or if you click on the object mode or face mode, okay, it will become normal. Then again you can go to the object mode. So basically it's just like you have to go back and forth, so that it will be fine. Now wherever you want to move it, like suppose in this way I have to move it. Okay,
So everyone, this was the end of part C of this lesson. So next class we will move to part D. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed it yet, and also click on the bell icon so you can get all the notifications, because more interesting tutorials and videos will be coming up soon. Also, please watch my all the videos from starting till end, because there are a lot of important things I discuss in the video, so you must watch everything without skipping it. And please, my humble request, watch my videos online. Do not download the videos, because it will affect my watch time hours and I will not get the benefit out of it. So please always watch my videos online on the YouTube, and do not download them and then watch. Okay, so I hope you will continue watching all my videos online and till the end, and keep on subscribing if you have not subscribed it yet, and also share it with your friends so that they can also get benefit out of it. So take care.